Now on CoastTV News.
A chilly start for Delmarva. Temperatures beginning in the 30s and 40s. The mild weather continues today with some 60s away from the coast. 60s again Thursday. Some showers expected with the cold front. I'll track it on Futurecast next.
In tragic case, as this part ends in the 2022 hit and run that killed a Berlin teenager, what state prosecutors are seeking in the sentencing.
Maryland voting changes how Democrats in the General Assembly are making a push to change the way presidential candidates are decided.
We're paying into those cars and it's just a waste, you know.
Milford's electric move. You just heard that it's not popular for some in the city. We look at the new EV additions to the police department's fleet.
This is CoastTV News Today.
It is Wednesday, February 26, 2025. Good morning. I'm Matt Pensick.
Good morning. I'm Elisa Weber. Thank you for joining us for our 5 o'clock hour.
And we're in the middle part of the week as we continue with these mild conditions. Elisa, I'm
loving it.
Well, you stole my words.
Well, I'm glad we're on the same page because we're on the same page about the cold. But Bob, keep it up. It is great outside.
Yeah, Bob,
Good
keep
job,
it up.
Bob.
All right. Okay. All right. I won't hurt my arm patting myself on the shoulder. But no, yesterday, beautiful, nice taste of spring temperatures in the 60s. It's much colder this morning. We had a little front come through last night, shifting our winds to the northwest. 30 in Salisbury, 32 in Delmarva. So if you had the plants outside, hope you brought them back in. Maybe a little frost inland areas. 46 in Ocean City, 42 Indian River Inlet. We have basically calm winds, but the flow is out of the northwest and looking at clear skies. So great travel weather, good commuting weather this morning, good visibility as we have high pressure building in from the west. So clear all the way from the mid-Atlantic, all the way back into the Ohio Valley. It's chilly this morning, but temperatures quickly rising through the 40s mid-morning. By noon, mid to upper 50s, but once again, cooler 40s and 50s at the beaches. And by mid-afternoon, some places poking into the low 60s inland areas, but much cooler at the coast. So make sure you bundle up there as we're seeing lots of sunshine today. Winds gradually becoming southwest as we go into the afternoon hours. We're looking at up and down temperatures. Next shower chance comes in tomorrow with a cold front. More on that coming up a little bit later on.
Thank you, Bob. You have developing news out of Worcester County where the man involved in the hit and run death of a Berlin teenager, Gavin Knupp, has pled guilty. Tyler Mayu entered the plea of a felony for failure to remain at the scene of an accident resulting in death. Also at Tuesday's motions hearing, Mayu admitted for the first time that he was the driver of the car that hit Knupp. You see Gavin right there, a picture of him. That charge carries a maximum of 10 years in prison, but the state is recommending a little more than 3 years. Mayu will remain in jail until he is sentenced on March 19th.
And if you're not familiar with this case, here's the background. Gavin Knupp was 14 years old when he was killed while walking on a road in Ocean Pines. This happened on July 11th, 2022. And after a lot of outcry and months later, Tyler Mayu was charged, but all 17 charges he faced were violations of motor vehicle law.
New this morning, spending requests being reviewed in the Delaware General Assembly. The Joint Finance Committee is continuing its work on the fiscal year 2026 budget for the state. And this morning, the committee will review operating budget requests from state agencies. The 2025 budget, that one came in at over $6 billion. Now, on his final day in office, then Governor John Carney proposed a budget that has a 7% increase. This new budget must be in place by July 1st.
Happening today, changes could be coming to how Marylanders choose presidential candidates. A bill looking to have ranked voting be in place in 2028 is being debated in the General Assembly this afternoon. The state's Senate Education, Energy, and Environment Committee is holding a hearing on that bill, and voters would select several candidates and assign a ranking of their top choices. In theory, the candidate with the most votes might be the winner under this system.
Now getting a live look at Ocean City. This is a view right off of the boardwalk, and it is a number of small shops on the boardwalk that have the attention of town officials. Developing news there, where officials are trying to rid the boardwalk of explicit merchandise. They're considering a proposal that would fine business owners for displaying inappropriate merch at the storefront. First fine here would be $500. Second one, $1,000, and if a third one occurs, that could cost an owner their business license. People we spoke to on the boardwalk say while this is a good idea, that fine might be too expensive.
A warning first, and in case you have an employee working here like we do seasonally and they put it out front, give the owner a chance to get that straightened out.
The council discussed this at a work session on Tuesday. Action is expected to occur at a future meeting.
And that's not the only fine on the table. The OC Council is also thinking about parking fines being increased during special events like 4th of July fireworks or the Endless Summer Cruising event. The council pushed this proposal ahead of the first reading next meeting.
Yeah, this brings us to our Coast TV poll. We want to know what concerns you most about explicit merchandise.
And so far, about 71% of voters say the impact on kids, 21% say tourism image, and 8% say business rights. And if you haven't voted yet, you can still do so at coasttv.com or on our mobile app. And the Milford Police Department is adding 3 new cars to their inventory, and that's 3 new electric cars. With all extra expenses included, the department recently purchased these vehicles for almost $200,000. But the cars are being evaluated before administrators and staff can drive them to and from work. One person we spoke with in Milford told Coast TV he's not a fan of the cars being electric.
We're paying into those cars, and it's just a waste. If you think about electric cars, they when it's wintertime, cold weather and electric doesn't mix. Condensation from the cold weather, water and electric don't mix. That's why you had Tesla, those cars catch on fire, because it just doesn't mix.
And those cars are currently operational, but the police say final checks still need to be done before the cars can be taken home. And a new group is being formed in Sussex County. It's the Land Use Reform Working Group. According to the county, it would be made up of 10 people from different backgrounds, including developers, environmentalists, and housing advocates. Their goal is to manage rapid growth and development, and that group is expected to present its first ideas later this year.
Now taking a live look at our nation's capital, where later today, in just a few blocks from that building, President Trump will meet with his entire cabinet, along with Elon Musk, for the first time since taking office. This as 21 staffers tasked with improving the government's information technology services have resigned. As
NBC's Alice Barr shows us, those workers are saying they won't use their knowledge to jeopardize Americans' sensitive data.
President Trump preparing for the first full cabinet meeting of his new term, with Elon Musk set to join, amid growing frustration over the rapid-fire cuts from his Department of Government Efficiency.
This is what democracy looks like!
Protesters outside Health and Human Services drawing attention to research cuts.
It's about whether people live and die.
Everybody move, please.
While fired federal workers went from office to office on Capitol Hill seeking help from senators.
We're in it because we love our country, and they're firing us saying that we have performance problems, and that's not the case.
Those still on the job looking for answers about that email asking them to list 5 things they did at work last week and whether to follow Musk's word that they'll be fired for not responding, or the Trump administration's HR department saying replying is voluntary.
Well, it's somewhat voluntary, but it's also, if you don't answer, I guess you get fired. What it really is do people exist?
That as 21 workers resigned from the U.S. digital service that turned into Doge, saying they won't use their expertise to compromise core government systems, jeopardize sensitive data, or dismantle critical public services. Musk called them political holdovers who refuse to return to the office.
The current resolution is adopted.
All as President Trump's legislative agenda passed its first big hurdle in the House, where Republicans narrowly voted to adopt a budget resolution funding mass deportations and tax cuts while slashing up to $2 trillion from the budget. But how is not clear, and there's a long road ahead. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
We're just getting started in this hour of Coast TV News today.
We're home with beach police promotion. That's coming up. We take a look at the new 3-year deal that is set to go into effect in April.
Also, Sussex Tax Solutions will tell you about the possible property tax exemptions being discussed right now.
And hunting at Hopkins, why the Creamery is reminding people of its no trespassing policy after a scary event. All that and more as Coast TV News Today continues.
You rip and tear your old statements and bills, but thieves use this information to steal your identity. Don't be a victim. Get the ID Police, the new ink roller that encrypts all your old documents. So before you throw it out, just roll it on, and your information is gone, both on the front and through the back, even if the paper is held up to the light. Even your medical information is safe with the ID Police. So block it out before you throw it out. Order now and get your ID Police for as low as $9.99 and get free shipping too. This offer is not available on Amazon, so call or click now to get your ID Police for as low as $9.99 with free shipping. Order now.
Call 1-800-803-0512. That's 1-800-803-0512. Or visit getidpolice.com. So call 1-800-803-0512 now.
Is your cookware scratched inside and an eyesore on the outside? Introducing Gotham Steel Hammered Cream Cookware. Forged with an authentic hammered design, engineered with extremely strong titanium and tri-coated with ultra non-stick ceramic. Gotham Steel features double the non-stick release. Now you can cook healthier without all the butter or oil. Get this huge 15-piece set for 4 payments of $49.99 with free shipping.
To order, call 1-800-513-6408.
Today at 4 on Coast Life, flu season is here. What you need to know and how walk-in care centers can help if you get sick. Plus, meet an adorable pet looking for a loving home. Coast Life, today at 4 on Coast TV.
Have fun and enjoy Delmarva's Coast with Petey the Peacock, sharing joy coastwide. Know where he's going to be next and get his free coloring book at peteythepeacock.com. Sponsored by Tidal Health.
5:11 on this Wednesday morning as we're looking at 30 degrees in Salisbury. Hope you brought in those plants if you let them outside yesterday. It's definitely chilly out there. And we're looking at 35 in Georgetown. Just checked my station in Millsboro, 33 there. 43 in Bethany Beach, 45 in Rehoboth. So a little milder at the beaches. And the winds are pretty light as we're looking at clear skies. A good looking day ahead as we're looking at sunshine and temperatures. Maybe not as warm as yesterday, but definitely still mild. And a good day to wash the car. I would add the wax as well. Tomorrow, fair conditions as we're looking at some showers and then improving conditions to wash the car on Friday.
Happening today, Delaware State Police will continue work in determining the cause of a crash that happened here on Lewis-Georgetown Highway. This is near Joseph's Road. According to troopers, the crash happened Tuesday afternoon, and they say a Subaru turned into the path of a Chevrolet Silverado. This was around 12:20 p.m. Now, that impact sent the Subaru's driver to the hospital with some serious injuries. The other driver, also hurt, taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries.
Hopkins Farm Creamery in Lewis is issuing a safety warning to visitors after a recent incident on their property. The business shared on social media that a couple was seen walking around the farm and ended up near an area where hunters are active. The creamery is reminding everyone to respect the no trespassing signs on their property. They say heavy machinery operates around the buildings and hunting is common there.
An update for those who fish in Millsboro. The Ingram's Pond boat ramp is now closed. You can see that area on your screen. Denrick says this is so crews can build a new ramp there and expand the parking. That new ramp, that's expected to be done in May.
A U.S. industry leader warns President Donald Trump's plans to impose a 25% tariff on all imported aluminum could cost 100,000 American jobs. The new tariff rate is set to go into effect next month, and the CEO of Alcoa, one of the largest U.S. aluminum makers, said the tariff would eliminate about 20,000 direct U.S. aluminum industry jobs.
According to several recent surveys, many Americans are worried about their wallets. The economic mood of the country is being driven by an increase in inflation, and a new survey from Wells Fargo shows roughly 75% of adults and teens say they plan on cutting back on spending due to economic worries.
Still ahead, Sussex Tax Solutions will tell you what could change with property tax calculations as the county is in a reassessment.
Not seeing any ice for a change on the Hershey exteriors, Cam. That's because it's warmed up. 46 in Ocean City right now, and the mild weather continues for a couple more days for Delmarva. Cooler at the beaches. Some showers Thursday with the cold front. Nothing significant, but a big cool down into the weekend. Your forecast details in 2 minutes. Stay tuned.
It's
It's the incredible Red Dog, the amazing universal socket tool that fits, grips, and tightens virtually any fastener. Look at all the different sizes and shapes, nuts, bolts, and screws. Any head will do. Red Dog grabs on tight and locks into place fast. It replaces hundreds of different tools, yet it's smaller than a battery. 54 telescoping steel pins mold around any object. Then, up to 150 pounds of torque knock out rusted fasteners. You can get Red Dog for just $19.99. Breaking news: Red Dog may be discontinued. Due to supply chain shortages, Red Dog is stopping manufacturing immediately. There's a strict limit of 3 per order while supplies last. Order now.
Call 1-800-519-7208. That's 1-800-519-7208 or visit byreddog.com. Call 1-800-519-7208 now.
Have you ever felt leg pain, restlessness, cramps, tingling, swelling, numbness? If you've ever experienced the warning signs of bad circulation, then you need Legzercise Pro, the natural circulation booster that uses continuous automatic leg movement to soothe pain and promote healthy circulation the natural drug-free way. Soothe pain and calm restless legs. Reduce swelling in your legs, ankles, and feet and stimulate healthy circulation. Stay active with Legzercise Pro.
Victory isn't just the finish line, it's the fire that drives us. Seizing opportunities, rising to challenges, and never backing down. At the Delmarva Sports Network, we celebrate the wins, big and small. We honor the hustle, the heart, and the heroes. Because DSN is where local teams become legends. It's where champions shine, and every victory inspires the next. Delmarva Sports Network, local teams, big dreams.
Listen to 93.5 The Beach, Delmarva's rock station.
We are approaching 5:17 on this Wednesday morning, and you are looking live at Ocean City. Calm scene there. Nice scene, Bob. And boy, we've had some nice weather, spring-like weather the last couple of days.
Ooh. Spring was in the air yesterday, Matt, wasn't it? Temperatures into the 60s, folks out walking their dogs and not having to wear the heavy jackets in the afternoon. Mornings are a different story. It's cool this morning, but we're looking at another mild afternoon away from the coast, both today and tomorrow, with temperatures in the low 60s. Then some showers on Thursday, spring-like showers with the cold front, nothing all that significant. And we're looking at rain chances increasing as we go into Thursday, and they keep going down. Yesterday, we were up in the scattered range. Now we're isolated to widely scattered, so just enough to kind of mess up that car wash that you just had there. And then we're looking at drier conditions as we go into the weekend, and then maybe another chance for rain, maybe more significant system by the middle part of next week. But it's cold this morning, scraping some frost away from the coast. 35 Georgetown, 39 in Milton, 30 in Salisbury, very cold, 33 in Seaford, but we've got 40s at the coast right now. Winds are pretty much calm, but the direction is out of the northwest, a little breeze at the coast. We had a little front come through last night, so we're looking at clear skies right now all across the region, back into the Ohio Valley as well. There is another system across the Central Plains, and this is the front that will make its way our way as we go into Thursday with just some scattered showers. So future cast this morning, it's cold, temperatures in the 30s, but quickly rising above freezing by noon into the mid-50s. But once again, the coast lagging behind because of the cold Atlantic Ocean water. 40s and 50s for you, I think, this afternoon. A little warmer than this. 60 in Millsboro, 58 in Delmar. So I think we will see some low 60s inland areas. And then as we go through this evening, not as cold as winds shift to the south. Look at temperatures by midnight into the 40s, and then with increasing clouds actually coming up through the overnight hours. And by tomorrow morning, pretty balmy, 40s and low 50s with increasing clouds. And tomorrow will be a mild day. Then here comes that front with just some isolated to scattered showers, nothing too significant into the afternoon. But then behind it, we get another push of very cool air as we go into your Friday. Saturday, we warm up with the southwesterly flow. I think we're in the 60s. And then a big shot of cold air starts to move in later Saturday into Sunday. Some places not getting out of the 30s, I think, as we go into your Sunday. Up and down temperatures temperatures, the battle of the seasons. Paul Davis 7-day forecast, lower 60s today and tomorrow. Lots of sunshine today, some of those showers tomorrow, and then back to 52 on Friday, and then back to 63 on Saturday. But look at the drop on Sunday, a high of only 39, 21 the low Monday morning. So the winter chill not done with this yet. 42 Monday, but then bounces back to 54 on Tuesday. Congratulations to Lois Mann from Millville. She is the new owner of an umbrella from Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling and CoastTV.
Bob, all 3 Delaware counties are currently undergoing a court-ordered property reassessment. It has been decades since it was last updated, so in some cases, assessed values are going way up, but in other cases, it's actually going down. Per state code, the county shall not collect more than 15% in property taxes than the year prior. And new today, since the overall taxable assessment value is much higher, the tax rate in Sussex County is going down substantially. And in other words, don't panic, because even if your house value is a whole lot higher than it was, you're not paying a whole lot more in county taxes. The county is committed to staying revenue neutral, and at a presentation, Finance Director Gina Jennings showed how the county property tax rate is 44.5 cents per $100 of property value. But in order to stay revenue neutral, the proposed tax rate will shrink to 2.15 cents.
Another smaller part of this is tax exemptions. Roughly 800 low-income seniors already have a break, and now Sussex County worked to keep that exemption in line with changing property assessments. Low-income seniors get up to $12,500 off of their taxable assessment with new assessed values. County says that number could go up to $229,000. Income restrictions will stay the same, and seniors applying for the exemption cannot make more than $6,000 per year or $7,500 if they are married. Some seniors we spoke with, they are grateful for this tax relief.
Anything that can help seniors, especially people that don't have that cushion, don't have that income, they're maybe by themselves, a widow or a widower.
Now, this is a complicated story. There are other tax programs, such as a Disability Veterans Tax Credit, and we have links to all of this on our website, CoastTV.com.
And the question is, what sparked all of this? In a 2018 lawsuit claimed the current property tax system shortchanged Delaware students and schools, critically underfunding them. That lawsuit was settled, clearing the way for a full reassessment of all properties mid-2024. Now, these new values are being sent out, and there is appeal process for those who feel reassessment is inaccurate.
Up next, Rehoboth Beach Police promotion, the details of a new deal for officers there. Stay with us on Coast TV News Today.
You like to keep your beard perfectly groomed, but she hates all that mess. Now there's VacuTrim by Bell & Howell, the total body shaver that trims your hair and vacuums it up. VacuTrim stainless steel blades give you a precision cut, while the built-in vacuum captures the hair shavings. It has 20 trim settings to shape your beard and tame body hair with no mess. Get VacuTrim with free shipping for only $39.95.
Call 1-800-263-0608. That's 1-800-263-0608, or go to VacuTrim.com.
Listen to Coast Country 103.9 and 106.3. We're Delmarva proud.
Draper Media, an equal opportunity employer, is dedicated to provide broad outreach regarding job vacancies at the station. We seek the help of local organizations in referring qualified applicants to our station. Organizations that wish to receive our vacancy information should email humanresources@wboc.com.
How many times have you tried to clean a stubborn mess but end up with no success? What you need is the all-new waterproof Ruby Horsepower, the new cordless and rechargeable power scrubber that cleans faster and easier, guaranteed. Watch, baked on oven grease is no match. It blasts away dirt and grime in no time. The power comes from our rotating brushes, spinning at 350 RPM. The incredible torque fights calcium, mildew, mold, and more. Take it in the kitchen, where it busts through caked-on crud, or outside and tackle tough tasks with ease. Get your Ruby Horsepower with 4 additional attachments, all for just $39.99. Great news! They're in stock and ready to ship. Due to high demand, only 2 per order. Order now.
Call 1-800-455-0217. That's 1-800-455-0217, or visit horsepowerscrubber.com. So call 1-800-455-0217 now.
Introducing Paisano, the authentic pizza oven by Granite Stone. Now make the world's most delicious pizza with real stone right in your own home. You simply set it and let it make golden, crispy, extra cheesy stone-baked pies in under 6 minutes. You can get your Paisano pizza oven for just 3 easy payments of $39.99. Plus, we'll ship your entire order free.
Call 1-800-608-5198 or order online at buypaisano.com.
Hi, this is Jimmy Hoppa inviting you to join us as we take the cross to the country. Christian country and Southern gospel, all to celebrate our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Taking the cross to the country, Sunday mornings at 8 on Coast Country. Sponsored by Fitzgerald Salvage and Recycling.
The Rehoboth Beach Police Department Union and the City Commissioners have come to an agreement on a 3-year deal. The deal includes a base salary increase from $64,000 to $78,000, along with a 100% health care coverage and 80% coverage for officers' families. One woman says it's well-deserved.
I think it's perfect because they're putting their life on the line every day for us, and they do deserve 100% coverage, as well as their families.
And that agreement will go into effect on April 1st. And Matt, yesterday when I was driving home, I think everyone looked happier, waving to people. It was warmer outside.
Well, that's what I normally do every day. No,
I know.
No, seriously, I just... warmer weather just puts, I think, a lot of people
Makes
in a
everyone
better
happy.
mood. Yes.
That's right, Bob. Yes.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. You know, it's been nice. It's not going to be as warm at the beaches. Remember, it's a little cooler. I know. I'm sorry. It's a little disappointing, but still nice. 40s to begin with in Fenwick Island and Ocean City, and then only low to mid 50s this afternoon with lots of sunshine. That water temperature still in the upper 30s and low 40s. Lewis and Rehoboth, lots of sunshine for you. I think you're topping out in the low 50s. And then on the Bayside, 1-foot waves on the Chesapeake Bay, mid-50s in Cambridge, maybe a little cooler in Crisfield with lower 50s. We're looking at up and down temperatures and a few showers with a cold front on Thursday. More in your forecast coming up in the next half hour.
After the break on CoastTV News today, preparations underway for this year's Delaware State Fair. We'll tell you about the new performers recently announced adding to the list of musical guests.
Also, Delaware discussion, what is being reviewed today and the potential increase for the upcoming fiscal year.
In Break-In, the case, a new admission from the man involved in a hit-and-run death of a Berlin teenager. We'll tell you that and what is expected from the future of court appearances. CoastTV News today. We'll be right back.
Is your cookware scratched inside and an eyesore on the outside? Introducing Gotham Steel Hammered Cream Cookware. Forged with an authentic hammered design, engineered with extremely strong titanium and tri-coated with ultra non-stick ceramic. Gotham Steel features double the non-stick release. Now you can cook healthier without all the butter or oil. Get this huge 15-piece set for 4 payments of $49.99 with free shipping.
To order, call 1-800-513-6408.
You rip and tear your old statements and bills, but thieves use this information to steal your identity. Don't be a victim. Get the ID Police, the new ink roller that encrypts all your old documents. So before you throw it out, just roll it on, and your information is gone, both on the front and through the back. Even if the paper is held up to the light, even your medical information is safe with the ID Police. So block it out before you throw it out. Order now and get your ID Police for as low as $9.99 and get free shipping too. This offer is not available on Amazon, so call or click now to get your ID Police for as low as $9.99 with free shipping. Order now.
Call 1-800-803-0512. That's 1-800-803-0512. Or visit getidpolice.com. So call 1-800-803-0512 now.
Victory isn't just the finish line, it's the fire that drives us. Seizing opportunities, rising to challenges, and never backing down. At the Delmarva Sports Network, we celebrate the wins, big and small. We honor the hustle, the heart, and the heroes. Because DSN is where local teams become legends. It's where champions shine, and every victory inspires the next. Delmarva Sports Network, local teams, big dream. Now on CoastTV News. The
A chilly start for Delmarva. Temperatures out the door in the 30s and 40s. The mild weather continues today with 60s away from the coast. 60s again Thursday. Some showers with the cold front. I'll track it on a future cast next.
Guilty plea given. That is what happened Tuesday in Worcester County Circuit Court in the 2022 case involving a deadly hit and run. What prosecutors say they want when it comes to the sentencing.
Charged for duty will look at a new fleet of EV vehicles at the Milford Police Department and some of the pushback taking place in the city.
Primary voting proposal. We look at the bill making its way in the Maryland General Assembly that could change the way presidential candidates are selected.
This is Coast TV News Today.
And it is February 26, 2025. Good morning, everybody. I'm Matt Pensick. Good morning, Elisa.
Good morning, Matt. Good morning. I'm Elisa Weber. Thank you for joining us.
And the time is 5:30. I do want to acknowledge this because we might not get to it later, but Alex Ovechkin, Capitals, scored another goal last night, now 11 away from tying Wayne Gretzky.
I know who that is. I know who Wayne Gretzky is.
But not the Big Eight, the Great Eight.
I don't really follow hockey that much. I'm sorry to disappoint you and Bob.
Well, at least you root for the right NBA basketball.
That is true. I know Bob feels very strongly about this.
As an Islander fan, Bob.
That's right. Yeah, well, they lost last night, so I'm a little salty about that. But Ovechkin, I think he probably has more empty net goals than Gretzky. That's my guess. But he doesn't want to score empty net goals to maybe surpass the great one. Temperatures out the door. Let's shift to weather. It's frosty out there. It's cold. 30 in Salisbury, 35 in Georgetown, 39 in Milton. So leave extra time to warm up the car, scrape the windshield. 45 Ocean City, Indian River Inlet 43, and light winds from the northwest. We had a little front come through last night. We're looking at clear skies right now all across Delmarva, back through the Carolinas and the Northeast as high pressure is building in. So a beautiful day on the way with sunshine. Looking forward to that. Here is Futurecast this morning. It's cold. You're going to have to warm up the car for a little while, but then temperatures quickly rising through the 40s this morning. By noon, I think inland areas, mid-50s, especially along and west of 113. But at the coast, you're in the 40s and 50s. Some places possibly not getting out of the 40s at the beaches. Otherwise, around 55 in Lewis, lower 60s inland areas, and pretty pleasant into the evening. For the kiddos off to the bus stop, back to the layering up this morning. Chilly start at 35 degrees, but then a milder afternoon, especially away from the coast, heading home with sunshine and 60 degrees.
Bob, the man involved in the hit-and-run death of a Berlin teenager, Gavin Knupp, has pled guilty. Tyler Mailloux pled guilty to felony failure to remain at the scene of the accident resulting in death. Also, Tuesday's motions hearing, Mailloux admitted that the first time that he was the driver of the car that hit Gavin Knupp, who you see right here on your screen. That charge carries a maximum of 10 years in prison, but the state is recommending a little more than 3 years. Mailloux will remain in jail until he is sentenced on March 19th.
And let's level set here and review some of the key details about this case. Gavin Knupp was 14 years old when he was killed while walking on a road in Ocean Pines. This happened on July 11th, 2022. And after some community outcry, Tyler Mailloux was charged months later. An important note here, all 17 charges he faces were for violations of motor vehicle law. Happening today, more work on Delaware's budget for the 2026 fiscal year. The Joint Finance Committee in the General Assembly is holding a hearing this morning. The committee is scheduled to review operating budget requests from state agencies. The 2025 budget, that one came in at over $6 billion. This new one must be in place by July 1st.
New this morning, a bill being debated in the Maryland General Assembly is looking to change the way the state chooses presidential candidates. Later today, the state's Senate Education, Energy, and Environment Committee is holding a hearing on changing presidential primaries to ranked choice voting. Voters would select several candidates and assign a rating of their top choices. In theory, the candidates with the most votes might be the winner under this system. If eventually signed into law, this would be in effect for the 2028 presidential election. And the Milford Police Department recently purchased 3 brand new electric-powered vehicles.
However, some people living in the city, they've expressed concern over that big purchase.
And the total amount reached nearly $200,000. And now the agency is looking to take a newer approach with these vehicles being electric-powered rather than gas-powered.
But as Coast TV News reporter Brendan Conroy shows us, it has led to concern for the environment in other areas.
An electric approach for the Milford Police Department. Milford PD recently purchased 2 new trucks and 1 smaller-sized car, which you can see here. The cars will be used by administrators and civilian staff as take-home cars, but not by patrol officers. The cost of all 3 cars and the extra expenses included to get them up and running, $193,179. Kevin Alvarez lives in Milford and told CoastTV he doesn't think this was a necessary investment.
I do not like electric cars at all. I think it's just a waste of taxpayers' money,
And thinks they won't operate too well here on the coast.
When it's wintertime, cold weather and electric doesn't mix, condensation from the cold weather.
Timothy Sprong, on the other hand, says people should give these electric cars a chance.
I'm mildly in favor of it. Might as well try them out and see if they're worth keeping or worth getting more of.
When I spoke to one of the officers earlier, he told me that these cars are fully operational right now. They just want to get those last few checks done before any of these cars are taken home. An effort to provide more transportation for Milford Police while trying something new.
The Milford Police Department says these new electric vehicles won't be used as patrol cars or for placing people under arrest, but they will serve as a way of bringing Milford police staff to and from work.
New this morning, excitement is building for the annual Delaware State Fair. The organization is releasing its final announcement Saturday, July 19th at the fair. CMA Award nominee Riley Green will come back to Delaware to perform new hits on a familiar stage. And according to the State Fair, Preston Cooper will join him for the performance. The two will jam out at the M&T Bank Grandstand. Focus on development in Sussex County. The Land Use Reform Working Group, that is being formed. This will be made up of 10 people from different backgrounds, including developers, environmentalists, and housing advocates. And they say their goal is to manage rapid growth and development. The group is expected to present its first ideas later this year.
We are now taking a live look at our nation's capital, and lawmakers are working to craft a budget framework that can clear both chambers of Congress. That's after the House passed a resolution last night, and it could be setting up a battle over Medicaid. It's important to note that measure is not a finalized bill. It's a framework for negotiations with the Senate that's likely to get pushed back in the chamber. It proposes an $880 billion reduction in health and energy programs over a decade. President Donald Trump says Medicare cuts are off the table, so moderate Republicans say it's hard to make the resolution's math work without affecting Medicaid.
Medicaid is hugely problematic because it has a lot of fraud, waste, and abuse.
And that means not only probably throwing millions of kids off health insurance, it means also making major cutbacks for nursing homes.
It's true most seniors in U.S. nursing homes rely on Medicaid to pay for the care, but some Republicans argue changing the Medicaid isn't the same as eliminating its popular programs.
We have a lot more news to get to. Don't go anywhere.
Coming up, shelter hours under debate. We'll tell you why a school is pushing back against a change that will help keep a homeless shelter open longer and how that shelter is responding.
Also, Cape survives a scare in the first round, how the boys basketball team survived and advanced in the state tournament.
And Rescue Seal Released will tell you how the Murr Institute says it will keep tabs on a seal they've known released into the wild. Stay with us on Coast TV News today.
We salute Cameron Morris. Cameron joined the fire service in 2022, channeling his passion for firefighting into a budding career even during challenging times. Inspired by his uncle, a firefighter whose legacy he aims to honor and build upon, Cameron is dedicated to advancing his skills further by training to become a paramedic with Sussex County. Despite his busy schedule, Cameron remains committed to his training and service, striving to make a significant impact in his community and fulfill his career aspirations. We salute Cameron Morris for his dedication and efforts to excel in the fire service while honoring his uncle's memory.
Spicer Brothers and Coast TV are honoring military persons and first responders serving Delmarva. If you have a family member, friend, or community member that you would like to nominate for a Coast TV salute, go to coasttvsalutes.com.
Can you hear me? She's in septic shock.
Everything okay, doctor? I've always liked you.
You're on acid, Dean.
Oh.
We gotta get this man to the hospital.
We need an ambulance.
6 minutes out.
He'll bleed out by then. Zoe's gone. She's been taken by a serial killer. Zoe!
Chicago Wednesday, new tonight on NBC and Peacock.
You like to keep your beard perfectly groomed, but she hates all that mess. Now there's VacuTrim by Bell & Howell, the total body shaver that trims your hair and vacuums it up. VacuTrim stainless steel blades give you a precision cut, while the built-in vacuum captures the hair shavings. It has 20 trim settings to shape your beard and tame body hair with no mess. Get VacuTrim with free shipping for only $39.95.
Call 1-800-263-0608. That's 1-800-263-0608 or go to vacutrim.com.
You need to lose weight, but you hate lugging out that big blender for a healthy shake. Hi, Chef Daniel Green here with my Bionic Blade, the new handheld blender that's rechargeable, so you can make a fast, healthy shake anywhere. Designed like this shake bottle you take to the gym, it has the motor and blades built right into the lid. Bionic Blade quickly creates smooth drinks just like the big blenders. But this is portable, so you can make a shake anywhere. Make pina coladas right by poolside. Even grind coffee beans and make a quick, refreshing iced coffee pick-me-up on the go.
Get the Bionic Blade for just $29.99 and we'll even ship it to you free. But wait, order now and get 2 sipping lids, a second large blender container, plus the sports lid. Yours free. You'll get this entire portable blending system for just $29.99. Call or click now.
To order, call 1-800-709-7148 or go to buybionicblade.com. So call 1-800-709-7148 or you can order online at buybionicblade.com.
It's about 5:41 on this Wednesday morning. Dry Tech Cam. Ocean City, 44 degrees. We're looking at good visibility. Much colder inland areas scraping frost from Salisbury up to Redden. Definitely pretty cold, but a little milder at the beaches. As a winter calm, a little bit of a breeze at the coast. And here's a satellite picture. Good travel weather all across Delmarva in the mid-Atlantic as we have high pressure building in, and that will ensure a nice day. Today's checklist, lots of sunshine. Winter gear for the morning. It's cold. Don't need the snow shovel. Maybe the rest of the winter? We'll see about that. Ice scraper, definitely. No umbrella, lighter jacket for the afternoon, and sunglasses a must. Call the CoastTV First Alert weather phone. I just updated it. It's sponsored by Brockstead Mandalis Federico.
The Delaware Department of Agriculture has launched a new program they say will help farmers save on crop insurance premiums. It will reduce 2025 insurance costs by 30%. for farmers who had coverage in 2024, with a maximum savings here of $10 per acre. The Ag Department says it is designed to make crop insurance more affordable. For more on this new program, you can check out the details on our website, CoastTV.com.
A race for open space raising money for the 4th Street Forest Preserve is coming back to Lewis on April 5th. All of the proceeds will go to the 4th Street Preserve campaign to help save Lewis's last forested open space. That 5K and 1 mile walk will start at 9 a.m.
Got an update on that male harp seal rescued from Dewey Beach last week. We now know his name. It's Montebello. And according to the National Aquarium Stranding Response, after being treated for eye discharge in lice, he's now back in the sea. Montebello even got a satellite transmitter to help track his movements and support his safe return to the wild.
And another seal was rescued on Tuesday around 11 a.m. It was a gray seal pup named Pisces, according to Murr. He was found at the South York Beach crossing in Fenwick Island. Murr says Pisces suffered from bite wounds and was sent to the National Aquarium in Baltimore for further treatment.
Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
Good morning, sports fans. Now, we didn't just have two thrilling Bayside finals last night. Let's show you what went down in Lewis. 14-seeded Cape Henlopen hosting 19-seed Wilmington Friends to open the DIAA Boys Basketball Tournament. The Vikings trying to set up a date with Seaford, and Steven Sibbles gets us started. 2-0 Cape Henlopen ahead. Other end of the floor, Joe Winchell showing off the vision for Friends. Nice find to Connor Brennan, and the Quakers trail by 2. It's 8-6. Then to cap the first, Friends' Ethan Lukacs buries a 3. 10-9 Cape ahead. Vikings turn to respond. Jamison Tingle on the drive. Pull up wetter than Jolly Roger. 19-12 in the second quarter. Later, Jordan Downing with the dime. Here comes Tingle, an appointment on the upper floor. 23-12 in the second. To the third, Winchell pushing on the break, glides to the basket. It's the lay, and it's back to a single-digit game. Now 29-23. Downing cashing in from the wing. 32-23 Cape in front. Then it's more from Tingle, the sophomore. He doesn't play like it. 41-29 in the third. but Winchell and friends would not relent. Breaking out the Euro step, 48-39. Winchell and friends continuing to push. They'd ultimately take the lead 52-51, but Cape prevails. They win it 56-52.
And coming up tonight on DSN, we have live NCAA women's basketball when Maryland Eastern Shore host North Carolina Central. At 8, it's the nightcap of this MEAC doubleheader when the Hawks men's team takes on the Eagles. And you can catch the final score at 10:30 for a recap of all of Wednesday night's action. Rough week? You can cheer up with a weekly dose of local good news from Coast TV with personal features, fun things to do each weekend, and more. Sign up now for free at coasttv.com/sign-up and get your weekly dose of joy directly to your inbox on Fridays.
We're seeing starry skies, dry roads on the Tidal Health Cam this morning. Good travel weather, but it's cold, 30 there, and it's frosty start out there. And we've got a couple more mild days on the way. Cooler at the beaches. Some showers Thursday with a cold front. Nothing significant, but a big cool down in store for this weekend. I'll have the forecast details in 2 minutes. Stay tuned.
Be a part of the ultimate outdoor experience at the DSN Outdoors Expo. Join us Friday, April 25th from 3 to 8 and Saturday, April 26th from 10 to 4 at the Delaware State Fairgrounds in Harrington. Showcase your products and services to thousands of potential customers. Increase your brand awareness and reach a large audience at the DSN Outdoors Expo. For more information and to apply as a vendor today, visit WBOCEvents.com.
This is the revolutionary socket fan by Bell & Howell. The amazing 2-in-1 ceiling fan and light. If you can screw in a light bulb, you can hang the socket fan light. Socket fan comes with this handy remote. You can control the light and the breeze that you need. Socket fan fits any standard light socket. You can do it yourself in less than 10 seconds.
And now, the socket fan lights with deep socket extender is yours for $49.95 with free shipping. Order now, and you can get a second fan for 50% off.
Get cool fast with Socket Fan.
Introducing Paisano, the authentic pizza oven by Granite Stone. Now make the world's most delicious pizza with real stone right in your own home. You simply set it and let it make golden, crispy, extra cheesy stone-baked pies in under 6 minutes. You can get your Paisano pizza oven for just 3 easy payments of $39.99. Plus, we'll ship your entire order free.
Call 1-800-608-5198 or order online at buypaisano.com.
Michael Anderson of Anderson Wealth Management has the strategies you need to help plan your retirement. Catch Wise Money right here on WRDE.
Today at 4 on Coast Life, flu season is here. What you need to know and how walk-in care centers can help if you get sick. Plus, meet an adorable pet looking for a loving home. Coast Life, today at 4 on Coast TV.
Listen to Big 107.7, Delmarva's classic rock station.
The time is now 5:47 and we are taking a live look outside at Salisbury this morning. And Bob, it is a little bit warmer, but it's colder outside this morning. So when you're leaving, you're definitely going to want to make sure you're wearing a jacket when you head out to your car and warm up your car.
Yeah, it's that time of year where, you know, you'll have to layer up in the morning, Elisa, and then peel off the layers as we go through the day, as it will warm up this afternoon. In fact, it will be a milder afternoon. Again, not as warm as yesterday. We were in the mid-60s inland areas. I'm thinking lower 60s today and tomorrow. Then a cold front comes through tomorrow, bringing us some scattered showers, not looking like a lot of rain. In fact, on this chart, we had widely scattered to scattered chances tomorrow, but now it's back to the isolated to widely scattered chances. So not a big chance of rain. Then we're dry, and then it turns much colder into the weekend. I think middle part of next week we could be looking at a more significant chance of rain as we move into Ash Wednesday. We're looking at temperatures now that are 34 in Delmar, 35 in Georgetown, 30 in Salisbury and Redden. So plenty cold for frost. Warm up the car, have the ice scraper handy. 44 in Ocean City, Indian River Inlet at 43. Winds are calm inland areas, a little bit of a breeze out of the northwest. at the beaches as we're looking at clear skies right now all across Delmarva up into the northeast and into the Carolinas. High pressure farther back to the west will ensure a nice sunny day. There are some showers, even a bit of a wintry precipitation across the Great Lakes. We have a frontal system here that will be gaining strength and then moving our way, and that's the one that will be moving through as we go into tomorrow, triggering some showers. But this morning it's cold, temperatures in the 30s, but quickly rising above freezing as we go through the morning. And then by the noon hour, I think we're well into the 50s away from the coast, but at the beaches right along the coast, that's where it's colder because the Atlantic Ocean is still in the upper 30s. So we're looking at 40s and 50s for highs there today, with 60 in Millsboro, Georgetown at 60 degrees, and then not bad for this evening. But then through the overnight, the winds start to pick up out of the south, and with increasing clouds, temperatures will actually start to rise towards sunrise. We're in the 40s and then rising into the lower 50s tomorrow morning with gusty southwesterly winds. And that's ahead of a cold front that will bring just some isolated to scattered showers. This is not a big system, a few hundredths of an inch of rain as we go into the afternoon. Then that front moves through, and then we get into a northwesterly flow, much colder as we go into Friday. But then the flow turns around to the southwest on Saturday. A good looking day with temperatures inland in the 60s, but then another strong cold front will crash those temperatures. Some places, well, not getting out of the 30s as we go into Sunday. Paul Davis 7-day forecast, mild the next couple of days, lower 60s, sun today, showers tomorrow, 52 Friday, and then big contrast for the weekend, 63 Saturday, crashing to a high of 39 on Sunday, lower 20s Monday morning, but then a gradual warm up for the early part of next week.
Bob, in Seaford, a homeless day center wants to extend their hours overnight, but some parents there and teachers from a nearby school, they're concerned about the shelter's proximity. The shelter's owners say overnight visitors would be monitored, and they also say sex offenders are not allowed to stay at the site. But Cross Christians Academy CEO says they've had issues with the homeless day center previously occupying that lot.
Bring people in at night, have them sleep, do their laundry, take showers, and then they would go over to a day center during the day. So we wouldn't even be open during the day.
Why does it need to be there? That's the question. If you have to have the Redemption Center, we don't have to have it in the backyard of the school.
And while the shelter's request has been approved, Seaford Mayor Matthew McCoy says school leaders are able to challenge it, and those school officials say they plan to do just that in the coming weeks.
New data shows what is keeping Ocean Pines police busy since the last meeting. The chief said there have been 125 traffic stops. Chief Robinson says domestic incidents are the leading cause for 911 calls in Ocean Pines. There's also been complaints regarding cell phone service. Robinson says efforts to improve cell service are underway.
On the topic of alternative energy, Delaware lawmakers are exploring nuclear energy. State Senator Bryant Richardson has introduced a resolution. This creates a task force that will look into the feasibility of using small modular reactors that Richardson says could provide a reliable, cost-effective, and carbon-free energy source. If this is all approved, the task force will study potential locations, economic impacts, and environmental factors.
We're starting to see a little bit of daylight on the Spice Brothers camp in Salisbury. It's a cold start, temperature of 30 degrees, but then it's a mild afternoon. That continues for a couple more days, a little cooler at the beaches. Some showers Thursday with the front, nothing significant, then a much bigger cool down for the weekend. I'll have your 10-day forecast coming up next.
Have you ever felt leg pain, restlessness, cramps, tingling, swelling, numbness, itchiness, or coldness? Then you need the new, clinically proven Legzercise Pro, the natural circulation booster that uses continuous automatic leg movement to soothe pain and promote healthy circulation the natural drug-free way.
After using Legzercise for a week, I felt like I wanted to go for a walk again without pain like I used to.
Legzercise Pro's patented walking simulator propulsion technology moves your feet back and forth along its concave track, creating constant movement and flex at both the knee and ankle joints. It's like having a physical therapist right in your own home.
It's helped with the swelling and the pain. The tingling feeling is gone.
Call right now and order your very own Legzercise Pro, the clinically proven automatic leg mover that soothes pain and naturally promotes healthy circulation. Call now.
You rip and tear your old statements and bills, but thieves use this information to steal your identity. Don't be a victim. Get the ID Police, the new ink roller that encrypts all your old documents. So before you throw it out, just roll it on, and your information is gone, both on the front and through the back. Even if the paper is held up to the light, even your medical information is safe with the ID Police. So block it out before you throw it out. Order now and get your ID Police for as low as $9.99 and get free shipping too. This offer is not available on Amazon, so call or click now to get your ID Police for as low as $9.99 with free shipping. Order now.
Call 1-800-803-0512. That's 1-800-803-0512. Or visit getidpolice.com. So call 1-800-803-0512 now.
Join America's favorite game
You never know what's going to happen.
for the I Can't Believe It and always for the unexpected.
Treat yourself a round of sausage.
That's not it, but thank you.
Wednesday at 7 on CoastTV.
The excitement returns.
The Jeopardy Invitational Tournament.
Players from the past are back.
Fantastic game.
Only one will emerge champion.
Who knows what's next?
Wednesday at 7:30 on CoastTV.
Scientists in China have detected a new strain of coronavirus in bats. According to a study published in a journal, the newly identified strain can infect humans in a similar way to COVID-19. Right now, there are no reported infections in humans, but the U.S. Center for Disease and Control and Prevention said does not consider the finding a current threat to public health.
Pope Francis remains in critical condition. Monday, the Vatican announced his condition is slightly improved. This update comes a day after the Vatican said blood tests showed mild signs of kidney failure. That statement said the kidney issues are not a cause for concern. The 88-year-old pontiff resumed some work Monday afternoon from the hospital.
The time is now 5:55, so we're going to check in with our coastal pet of the day.
Okay, we knew this one was coming. Today's coastal pet of the day is a Mustang, not named Sally, but on your screen, that is Trigger, popping his head up to say good morning. Now, it is rare that we have a horse on Coastal Pet, so we love seeing Trigger here, and Trigger was submitted to us by Annette in Georgetown.
And we want to see more of your pets on Delmarva, so send us photos and tell us what makes them so special. You can take a look at your screen.
Because that is where you'll see that QR code at the top there. If you scan that, you can get your friends to Coast TV News and then watch weekdays from 5 to 7 a.m. to see all the pets we feature.
The time is now 5:56. We're going to take another quick look at your forecast that horses may be enjoying if they have to be outside.
Yeah, I think many people, Bob, are looking forward to another day in the 60s.
I thought Trigger looked like Mr. Ed a little bit. I don't know about you guys. You know who Mr. Ed is? No. Of course. I am aware. Yeah, it's Mr. Ed, a famous 60s TV show. The horses are enjoying the beautiful weather. Everybody, all creatures are enjoying the beautiful weather. 30s this morning, warming into the lower 60s this afternoon, away from the coast, cooler at the beaches. Paul Davis 10-day forecast, so we're mild the next 2 days with lower 60s. Showers Thursday with the front, then a cool down Friday 52, and a big contrast for the weekend. 63 on Saturday, only 39 the high. That's shocking on Sunday. Very cold into Monday morning, 42 on Monday. Looks like we could see maybe a more significant system of heavier rain by next Wednesday, Ash Wednesday, 63, with another cool down. So up and down temperatures as we transition slowly from winter to spring.
Bob, and coming up in our next hour, voting rules review, the changes to picking presidential candidates in Maryland that are being debated in the General Assembly. That and more when Coast TV News Today continues.